All right, we live. What's going on, man? Welcome to Real Inglewood Moments. This your big homie, B-Rat, with my co-host, Buddy Loco. We got a special guest tonight on Real Inglewood Moments, DJ Mike T from Compton's Most Wanted in the house tonight, man. You know what I'm saying?
Inglewood's Finest.
Hey, Inglewood's Finest. You know, West Coast Skratch gang. Hey, man, we doing the most, man. Mike T doing it all, man. So, you know, here he is, man. Hey, get it, DJ.
You know what's funny, dude? Niggas hear the name Compton's Most Wanted think I'm supposed to be from Compton, dude. They don't even mean that. You know what I'm saying? They gotta understand. People gotta learn how to read and comprehend, man. If us three right now went to, say we got free tickets to the Raiders game on me in Vegas. We did some fucked up ass shit and got, seen on camera, got ID. We're gonna be on the Vegas Most Wanted list. That's all the shit mean. But some people, they comprehension don't get it. They NWA was so strong and prolific in bringing the Compton name out, and they all eight from Compton, and everything else was dealing with Compton. They just assumed everything together. You know what I'm saying? But all that, I never had a problem with the crew. Never had an argument with them. I never had a problem with the track news. The only time I ever had a little flack from them was the first time they see me was at the what was the name of that video we shot? One Time Gaffled Them Up when I had the red hat on. They said a few words because I caught them off guard. I just pulled up, jumped out my homie car and shit. Real Harold had that 5.0. I just rolled up and jumped out with the hat and the belt in my hand and shit. They looking like, who the fuck is this little nigga S-word nigga ass right there? And he was like, that's my DJ, man. They was like, you gonna let him get in the video with all that red on? He was like, nigga, he can wear what he want. That's the first time I ever seen EITH stand up to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they kind of used to like punk him a little bit, because EITH was like, at that time, EITH was kind of new to their hood. EITH was from Ducky Hood at first. And then he went over to Track New.
What? I never knew that right there.
So, Ducky Hood's way in the back.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, him and Chill was both from Ducky Hood. I think EITH went first, and then Chill transformed over to he went over and got put on Track New because Ducky Hood was kind of like, it was a little small hood in the back.
Right.
But, it
was a couple small ones back in. It was Ducky Hood, and remember they had Farm Dogs. The Farm Dogs turned Nutty Block.
No, the Farm Dogs are still there. They still there.
Oh, okay.
Nutty Blocks is across the street from the Farms. The Farms is connected with the Spook Towns and Acacia. So they got the ATF, Acacia, Spook, whatever, Acacia Town and Farm or whatever it is. They connected, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mafia Lane is.
By that little airport, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah. I got robbed over there one time. I sure did. They pulled me. So when you walking past the Nutty Blocks, they got this like this trailer park right there across the street from the little airport. And like two of them, man, they yanked me up in there, man. I had 2 pair of shell toe Adidas, man. I had some white ones with the black stripes, and then I had some black shell toe with the white stripes. And they went in there and they was like, what size you wear, little nigga? And I was like, man, I wear 8.5, man. Them niggas sat down and tried my shit on and calmly walked away with my shit, dog.
You thought you was in New York, huh?
I thought I was a cool motherfucking Run DMC. I thought wasn't nobody gonna fuck with me. Man, they straight took my shit, man. And then, so now I got a relative that's a highly reputable from Nutty Block, and I always tell them, hey man, your dude, man, they took my shoes one day, man, when I was about 14 years old. He always asked me, you know who it was? Nigga, I wasn't asking their names or nothing like that, but I know they got me for my shoes, man.
Right.
Shit.
Hey man, y'all want to hear the stupidest story on earth, dude? I was just thinking about this man the other day, dude. Yesterday, as a matter of fact. The stupidest shit ever happened to me about being in a gang. I don't even think I was from the hood yet. I think I was about 10 years old, dude. Remember that Taco Bell? The Taco Bell that was where Pizza Hut is now? 111th and Crenshaw?
Oh, yeah.
The Watergate was up there. I had my
next
little...
Next door to Nick's check cash.
Next door to Nick's. I was about 10 years old, had my little motocross bicycle, went up there to buy something, me, my brother, my cousin, and the Watergates was up there on their bikes, man. It's about 10 or 11 then. They had to been about 14 to 15. They on 10 speeds with the they trying to fix it with the carpet on there and shit like that. And they was fucking with my cousin, my brother, so they came and they said, man, we leaving, man, they tripping. So I go outside, I sit on my bike, I'm staring there waiting on my food. They like said they like we start to they was like talking to me crazy, right? They was like, you want to be from Watergate? And I start thinking, you know, I always kept this in my head. I ain't gonna be from nobody else hood outside the hood, even when I wasn't banging, right? And I'm 10 years old, 11. Because if I go back to my mama house, somebody gonna whip my ass, right? So I'm gonna try to figure that part out, right? So anyway, I go get my food, and dude say, hey, you gotta fight with homie right here. I told dude we can get out. The little dude, he didn't want to fight me. So I sat on my bike. Guess what these fools did? They shot me with pea shooters, dude. The shit like in the Little Rascals. And that shit was hurting like a motherfucker. I'm trying to get away on my bike, trying not to drop my food and shit. They was I was thinking about that shit driving home from the ocean last night. Niggas fuck me. I'm talking about dudes like 5 of them. They put a gang and they just go pat, pat, pat. That shit was really hurting, dude. I was like, dude, I started thinking about the Little Rascals and shit when they was doing it. I was trying to get away from their ass.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, look, I got a question for you though, man. Look, did you cause you know everybody be talking about they born and raised, you know what I'm saying? Was you born and raised in Inglewood or did you move to
Born in LA, moved to Inglewood in 74.
Okay, in 74. That's right.
Oh, that's cool.
But I was born, I moved, I think I only lived in 2 other spots. I lived on Crenshaw in the 20s for maybe a year or 2. Then my mom's moved me and my grandmama, my grandmother ended up owning this property on 84th in Harvard, between Harvard and Dinker. And right across the street was like one of the triple OGs, made Trey. We used to go over his house. My brother still talked to him.
Okay.
They was like one of the hard hitters, you know what I'm saying? One of the younger brother was real cool. I should go over there. And I remember when I told him we was moving to Inglewood, I got happy. For some reason inside a little kid, I just wanted to move to Inglewood. And actually my mama's house, I actually picked that house.
Oh, really?
I picked it for the simple fact I always knew I never was gonna have a problem out of none of y'all in the turf. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Only problem I would have would be me. Niggas are never on my back, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, a lot of with this rap stuff, like even 8 had a problem with the track news trying to get money to do, you know, start a side hustle with his money. He didn't want to have no ties with that. You know, he put his way, 8 never, I don't even know if he finished high school. So when you know where you come from and you know you got this opportunity, you got to run with it 100%. See, me, I was iffy in the recording industry because first of all, I didn't like the mentality that, you know, everybody in there is eccentric. They're eccentric as fuck. So they gonna do weird shit. That's why these people are all on drugs and shit like that, because they try to invite you into shit that they doing. Right. You trying to be down with the shit. I always had attitude. I said, if I want to see the shit y'all do, I just go in the hood.
Yeah, did you ever get any flack from always being with a musical crew that was majority from that side of the tracks, which you know, which was Crips? When you came back to your neighborhood, did you get any flack from that, from like always being around them?
No, well, you know what? The first person that said something to me was the Crenshaw Mafias one night. And we was going to Darby Park, and somebody tried to throw it up in the air, and it was me and Tapper. And I had a CMW, so they like, you hanging with them crabs. So me and Tapper start talking, and he go, all right, blood. You know what? You get a pass on that shit. So after that, me and Tapper became homeboys like that. Till you know, he kind of like hit the wrong shit and kind of like spaced out. But every time he talk, he always remember that conversation we had. Right. I had to hit people with the I'm like, dude, if I sit around and be with you guys all day, where are we gonna go? How we gonna grow? I said I wasn't ever scared to get out and go somewhere. So when I went to DJ parties, clubs, when I was doing all this, it was no bloods out there. This is before Mac 10. This, you know, anybody associated with blood was more on a hustle tip. There was no bloods out there. None.
Quick wasn't even out, was he? Quick
was not out.
Yet. Right.
But Quick, I give Quick a lot of credit because him and Second to None was not scared to go out.
Right.
Am I tripping?
Look like Mike froze up on us.
Yeah, I got good internet.
Yeah, it looked like Mike froze up on us. He'll be back though. Be back. So stand by, man. So that's good history, man. You know what I'm saying? I never knew that MC EITH was from a different neighborhood. I always thought he was from Track New Park. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the thing with a lot of people that's I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna never question his loyalty because I don't know the dude. But a lot of dudes that be from small hoods and want to get that notoriety or that big name and they feel they can't get it in a small hood, they usually go to a bigger one.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you hit that, you got to do more stuff to make a name.
Mike, but you still froze up for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened.
That's
I'm probably, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna remove you out of here, then I'm gonna send you a new link.
I know what happened. That's this other. Hold on, real quick. I don't think you got to do that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have to leave and come right back. You know what? Let me just change something around real fast. 1 2 1 2. There we go. I took that other page off. That's what froze up on me.
Hey, they say you can't have them on. They say you can't have a lot of stuff moving.
Yeah, exactly. So,
hey, so Mike, what year did you start with your DJing? And wait, let me rephrase that. Did you start off DJing, or did you instantly get into a musical group, or was you solo first?
I started off DJing at Morningside.
Okay.
So that was 84. It was me and Weir Harold on 108th Street. And his little crew, he had a crew, and I was trying to get in there. So he had the equipment. So my mom's, she bought me, one Christmas bought me a mixer. And then I went to Circus East to have this little discount table. I bought a turntable, and I kept, working with my dad at the school. And I took my money, kept buying stuff, And I met DJ Slip because I used to swim for Jesse Owens Park. Even when it was Sportsman's Park, I used to swim for them and be in the Junior Olympics. So I met, it's crazy. I'm going to get to that in a second, though. I met a lot of people that's in the recording industry through swimming. It's the weirdest stunt ever. But, so that just built up from high school. So what happened was I was swimming on a team, and one day DJ Slip DJ'd a Morningside dance. So I said, I kept messing with him all night. Hey, man, let me DJ. He like, you don't know how to mix. You're just a little punk ass swimmer. You know what I'm saying? He kept calling me a bad. I was bad. So you know what I'm saying? I was really bad. You know what I'm saying? An asshole and shit. But he let me DJ, and he heard I could DJ, right? So he kind of put me up under his wing, you know what I'm saying, showed me some little tricks of the trade, and we grew together. So a lot of decisions that he made was like me pestering him, like, you know what I'm saying, like a little joker. You got your little joker on the side, because Slip was always business. Me, I'm free-spirited, so I would bother him a lot. I would challenge him. I challenge everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about niggas be talking shit, but one thing I say everybody had on the first generation of DJing, they knew where I was from, and nobody tried. If the conversation got too cussed, somebody said, "Hey man, you keep forgetting Mike T in the room." It was never that point. It was ever. Only time it came to that point, it was like later, but we get to that a little later. It was like behind Aladdin, and but who set the tempo of that was Crazy Tunes, rest in peace. Crazy Tunes told me as soon as I walked in the place, Aladdin, you've been on your high horse, you super crip. This, that, and the other. Mike T, if I hear you slip and do one thing towards him, I'm taking off on you. That's how much respect that I can see. I keep a lot of shit off by myself. I kind of got that shit, kind of not really said, but I did get that kind of attitude from Bink from the hood. Remember when they was nerds? Them niggas was ripping niggas' asses out there, dude. They was losing at first. Then them niggas started winning. You have enough practice, you start winning.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy Tunes, is he somebody's brother?
Dub C brother, yeah. He passed away.
Yeah,
but
I had a bond with a lot of cats.
So Crazy Tunes, he just recently passed away within the last year or something, right?
Like past 2 years, 2 or 3 years, yeah.
Yeah. He was nice with it too, man.
He kept it hip hop.
Yeah. Because he went to a different group too, huh? Wasn't him and Dub C? They had another group before. They was
low profile.
Low profile, yeah.
That's why I met them. I met them when they was low profile. I was in, I think, Cars. I forgot where we was at, but I was in a rehearsal studio with a group from Long Beach called Strictly Business. And we was rehearsing, and Dub and Coolio. That's where I met Coolio at.
Yeah.
That's not where I met. How did I meet Coolio? But anyway, they Dub and Coolio and Crazy Tunes that came by, they heard me scratching. Yeah. They said, we got a dude named Aladdin, he's bad. So Aladdin showed up maybe an hour later, and that motherfucker Aladdin, and we was battling, he whipped my ass that day. That nigga, my shit was broken. He flipped my shit around and still fucked it up. I was like, God damn.
Damn.
Make you step your game up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the next time, I go home, I practice, he see me again, I slice him up. He get that, he go back, he fucked me up again. I'm like, it was like a back and forth thing. But he kind of topped me out towards the end, because once I got into the studio DJing and found out it was easier money, you can go on tour, so you can travel, you can do all this shit with studio time, and you only spend maybe an hour or so. And DJ, you got to think of the records before they get there. You got to read the crowd. You basically a puppeteer with this club shit.
Right.
And That's why I met Aladdin, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I met Crazy Toons. We always had a bond. You know what I'm saying?
Look at him.
Uh-oh, that's me.
Okay. One time, I went to Crazy Toons' house over there in the NACs, and he made all his homeboys, like 15 of them, go down the block. He made them niggas. Like, nigga, y'all don't go down the block, we squabbling because Mike T coming through. We go in there, we start DJing. A couple of them broke off like, nigga, we want to hear this shit. That's why I got cool with the NACs and 111s over there.
Right.
We was in there just scratching up, we recording and shit like that. And it's like, there's a lot of things that happen like that. Like me growing up, like, one of the person who mentored me the most, besides DJ Slip was like the ultimate big brother, was DJ Bobcat. Now he was from Rolling 40s back then. He took me to his house with the 40s in it. He let him know, you know what I'm saying, it's a little young. I'm probably like 15, 16. This young homie coming up, you know what I'm saying, give him his respect. He took me out of town, treated me and everything, but he instilled something in me. He said, dude, if you ever see me not being the best DJ in the world, you get to fuck me up. But I'm going to do the same thing to you like a big homie would.
Right.
No game. Because first when he said it, I got offended. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking he threatening me, right? And he said, no, as a DJ, not gang, not, you know, I know you from Inglewood, my nigga. And I said, you know, I have to put this Inglewood stuff aside for a minute because now it put me into a zone like, okay, I can't get offended when everybody talks to me.
Right.
So what happened was I tried to put that on everybody else. They would get offended. And they say, where did you get that from? I said, Bobcat. I said, so Bobcat had made sure all the DJs stayed in a competition level. If he met you, he knew he was seeing something inside of you, he would take you out and just treat you to the world. Then they come back and say something real crazy to you and say, next time you see me, you got to battle me. and
I know what I noticed is everybody in that little circle that you mentioned, DJ Slip, Aladdin, Bobcat, TOONS, everybody in that group had blew up. They all blew up. Everybody blew up and made a name for themselves in the music industry. Right. And all this was before you even got to Compton Most Wanted?
All this before I got to Compton's Most Wanted.
Oh, okay, so you already had a name for yourself before you got there. I had
a small name because I really practiced to be a battle DJ, and I really got to the point to where nobody could fuck with me for a long time. I was just as good as Joe Cooley, Bobcat. Everybody had their own style though. See, now everybody takes a style. It's like the way the youngsters think. Not all the good ones gonna go where they gotta go, but the way the master, they always did this. They look at your seat, your crown. They want to sit in your seat and put on your crown.
Yeah.
They don't want to make that signature that make it your crown. That's the difference. Like Little Uzi Vert, I'm not into his music, but he has a signature that nobody can reduplicate but him.
Right.
That's what make these guys the elites. It's something that it's talent is up under the skin. There's nothing you can see. It's gonna amaze you. Right. But like you said, Battlecat, Bobcat, all these people that was out there. Now the top of the tier was Egyptian Lover first, then Dre, then Joe Cooley. But Bobcat was in there too. Those were the top four. Now I got to the point where no, Bob's from LA. Egypt was from I don't know. I think Egypt was from the Valley.
He was from Compton when he came out.
Joe Cooley's from Villagetown, Piru, in Compton.
I remember Joe Cooley. Because they all came out at the time, like right when Egyptian Lover, and then they came out with that damn Toddy T Batarang shit.
But you know why Compton was so strong? And people don't know this, but this is before Dre. Mixmaster Spade was the hub of Compton. He bought all that shit out here. Before Egypt, because Glove got it from Egypt. Egypt got it from Spade.
Yeah. I remember that song, Mixmaster Spade, I'm Ready to Rock. And then they had they had Toddy T. I remember all that shit, the Batarang.
Yeah, you was a youngster too, boy.
I got that stuff at about 16.
I was 15, like 16 or 17 here about that when that popped off.
But you know how I was on that? You remember at one point in time when my mom died? No, before my mom died. Remember I told you we moved to Compton and we moved to fucking Mayo Street.
Oh yeah.
And that's how I met all them Santana blocks and stuff like that. They used to play that Mixmaster Spade, Toddy T, and that Egyptian Lover. That's how I got hit to it.
They was the ones that unconsciously they shaped my attitude. Egypt and Joe, Egypt was super conceited. But Egypt, I'm gonna tell you something. Egypt was the person, by his being conceited and being a big dude, a big handsome dude, he made it to where DJs wasn't getting treated like plumbers.
Right.
Yeah.
They would say back before that. Remember, you didn't hear about it. It was always DJs in LA, but you didn't know who the DJ was. This guy come in, he taking your girl and he making the money. And the dude had $1 million, man, off Egypt. The dude was just smart.
Yeah.
So unconsciously, him and Bob, they shaped my attitude. Me and Joe kind of came up together, but Joe got to the radio, see what it was. I didn't want to be a mix master.
Right.
But I was like him. I was an honorary mix master. Like I was honorary with the alcoholics. That's why I used to drink. Me and King T, we came up drinking together.
Right.
A lot of people see I had outside the hood, I had a whole nother life.
hey, which was cool though, because you know what I'm saying, it seemed like everybody showed you love and wasn't nobody trying to let nobody disrespect nobody. Everybody was just on a, you know what I'm saying, let's make music.
Exactly. That's what it was. Music, like people say they get all these tattoos of music and all that. It's like y'all looking at the fame. We was trying to really be creative. We knew only way we could beat each other is to outfox each other and be creative. Like the most creative person out of everybody. Now Bobcat was hella creative. Joe Cooley that invented scratching. Egypt set the tone. Bobcat made the competition more higher. Joe took it to the next, then Aladdin came. You see what I'm saying? But DJ.POOH was the most, how can I say, unorthodox everything. It's the dude that played Red on Fridays. And you know he wrote the movie, but he wrote himself that goofy ass part. Right. He's so unorthodox in how he do things. That's how I knew he was gonna be. I used to watch how his mind moved. He would always trip me looking at him like, I know I'm weird to the motherfucking shit, but dude, you got me beat by a mile. But he was squabble.
Right.
I seen him.
And what's crazy is I'm listening to you talk, and everybody that you naming like that was in your circle became famous. Yeah.
But so guess how close they was? Slip and Pooh grew up in the Watergates.
Yeah.
Right.
And who was our first war in the hood with? The Watergates.
Hey, and then they was also close with the NAC
with Dub.
With Dub, and then his brother, and then Ice Cube.
Cube was over there. It was also Coolio stayed over there too when I met Coolio. He was living over there by Washington because Washington had a big stronghold of talented people too.
Right.
Remember Washington? I know Rat know this one. Y'all used to fight with Washington after every fucking game. Rat
giving it to him.
Dude, Rat. I'm gonna tell you something, buddy. You wasn't there
had
yet.
To. We couldn't get out of that motherfucker.
Rat Chip Dink. What's it? Lil Drac from Bounty Hunter.
Right.
Denver Lane was controlling the whole fucking school. And the crazy part is, a lot of times security guards kind of relied on them to do what they was doing.
Gabo was there for Miller Gangster. Gabo from Miller Gangster.
He went to one side?
Yeah.
I always thought he was just out there hustling.
Hey, shit, I used to go over Gable's house and we used to ride the beach cruiser to school, but he lived in the IBC hood right there off 115. Really like on Imperial, but off 115. Nigga, I mob over there and get the homie flamed up, jump on the beach cruiser. We got the little Deuce 5. What's
terrible. That shit used to be funny as fuck watching y'all do that shit.
We was on one, you know what I mean? Niggas was on one, man. You know?
Hey, hold on. Remember when the Dixon dude called out Muggs? And y'all whipped all them niggas up?
Oh, man, who was them dudes? I don't even know who them dudes
James
were.
Dixon, him and his brother Johnny.
Hey, I don't even, what happened to them dudes? They still around?
I don't know. Y'all beat them up out the school.
I didn't know what happened. All I know is they say, man, Muggs and them having a problem with some people over here. Man, they tripping. And shit, all I know is it was on. Where they at?
This nigga Rat was kicking the nigga all upside his head on the gate.
Where they at? Who having a problem with the homie? Who? It's on.
They was hilarious. Something. You know what the worst of Morningside was, man? Was Spanky Low, dude. I just thought about him the other week.
I just talked
you go to class and come out, he done hit up the whole school and wrote his name on the wall.
Yeah. That's who do all my artwork.
And be sitting right there at lunch acting like he didn't do shit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, he do all my artwork. He doing all my artwork. He sending me a new logo right now, man. You know what I'm saying?
My nigga Spank, boy. Spank was a hand. That dude, man.
Yeah, free Spanky Loco, man. Free my guy, man. They got him locked up, man. Yeah, they got him locked up, man.
Man, I know he was out. He was aware. Omaha somewhere.
Yeah, he lived in Omaha. He was out in Omaha.
We used to holler at each other when Facebook first came in. You know, everybody would kindle, you know.
Right.
With Rabbit, everybody. You know, remember Rabbit was little green-eyed dudes at my road.
Feedback from somewhere.
That's you, Rat.
That ain't me.
That's Mike T with that microphone thing.
Something. You get some feedback. You can't hear it.
Got feedback now?
Well, it ain't feedback. It's kind of like static.
Like a buzz.
Yeah, like a buzz. I don't know what the hell that shit.
Might be this microphone. I don't know.
Hey, so what year, Mike? What year did you finally get your break?
Finally, with CM, 1989 CMW. This is the goofiest part, right? So, Slip at Morningside, he seen me DJ, he put me up on his wing. He was DJing Morningside Dance, he let me DJ, and he decided to start it, let me DJ Morningside Dances. He just rent to it. He went, right. Y'all heard of Uncle Jam's Army, right?
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
So they used to do the sports arena. All that equipment they had when they did the sports arena, Slip had bought them out before I left Morningside. So he took over LA as a rental business. He bought like 100 speakers, the big shits. You break your back here and like 12 sets of turntables with the mixers and lights and all this shit, right? That's what got us in the door. So everybody from LA had to rent from us. There's only two places to rent equipment. It was a place called Astro's Rental, and you needed 2 credit cards and a good, or Slip. You just give them a driver's license, right? So all the KD mix masters were rent from there. So that's how we all really start getting connected. Then Unknown happened to show up at Slip's shop. I would always hang up there on the weekend. We get drunk and shit. And
hey, I'm gonna have to. We gotta fix that, man. That's loud. Whatever it is.
I can't hear it.
It's something with your mic, though. Yeah, something with your mic. Yeah, something with your mic. Might be the wire. Shake the wire a little bit or something.
There you go. Something. All right. Don't worry about it. We'll edit
it. It ain't gone. It's still there. I got my speaker things turned up real loud so I can hear everything. Pin drops.
It's that microphone. As soon as he moved it stopped.
Did it stop now?
Yeah, it's low though. It's real low.
Okay. We need to call DJ Slip and rent you some equipment.
I got my studio mic, but I don't want to plug that one up. It is plugged up. I don't want to reroute the shit.
Right.
But so what happened was Unknown had bought CMW's demo tape and tried to see if Slip wanted to produce, because Slip had just produced This Beat Be Smooth for Toddy T. So Slip started getting, I'm saying, everybody, we was trying to stay connected.
Right.
So I hear the demo tape. I tell Unknown, I say, I like the first song I didn't like, the last 2 songs I like. You hit it on YouTube when we done.
No. I'm thinking This Beat Be Smooth. That's when he sampled Big Daddy Kane, right?
Nah.
I'm so smooth.
No, that's Big Daddy Kane you thinking about.
Right. But I thought I'm trying to hear it. I'm trying to think of Toddy T shit. But go ahead. My bad.
So my crazy Slip tell Unknown that EAZY was shooting We Want EAZY video. Somewhere towards Hollywood, right?
Right.
So I didn't really pay it no mind. So this was probably the week before. So the next weekend, like we always, Saturday morning, me, Harold, and my brother would go get 40 ounces and sit. Remember my brother had that yellow ass truck? We would sit in the back of the truck and get loaded, right? I mentioned by the time we drank the first 40 ounce, I'm telling Harold, like, nigga, EAZY shooting the video. But in the back of my head, I wanted to meet who CMW was to let him know that Unknown was going to get him a deal. Right. Unknown had Techno Hop. Remember, he had Ice-T with 6 in the morning and all that?
Right.
So I'm trying to, and he had King T out.
Right.
So I'm trying to let them know that they about to get signed. So my dumb butt, me and Harold, we loaded, right? I had on a burgundy sweatshirt, man. I had some Nikes with a burgundy string and some burgundy fat laces in that motherfucker. I'm thinking we gonna be way in Hollywood. Ain't gonna be no Crips in that motherfucker, man. As soon as I hit the motherfucking corner, nigga, it was like 1,000 Crips in that motherfucker. I couldn't even turn around. I said, fuck it. I walk up in there. The Crips in the back, they like, but everybody waiting for somebody to say something to me.
Right.
So I see CMW. I'm like, okay, I was right. I go over there. I'm like, hey, let me holler at y'all real quick. They like trying to egg me, like, nigga, everybody about to jump your ass. Nigga, you a SLOB, blah, blah, blah. D-Bat, Harold, Harold wasn't a fighter, but Harold be down, but Harold, he'll take the ass whipping, okay? He ain't gonna run out on you unless you pull a gun, he gone. Just ass and elbows. My brother, he on Leary. Eyes big like quarters and shit. Like, Mike T, let's go. I'm like, nah, man, I'm gonna get these niggas' attention. So I keep saying, hey. This white dude turn around. His name Dizzy from Long Beach. He say, dude, what do you want? I said, I wonder how that CMW, like, about what? They like getting mad because I'm really pestering them, right?
Right.
Him and this dude named Scoop turn around. I say, dude, unknown about to sign him. And my boy DJ Slip gonna produce him. I'll be down to Slip shop. And 8 and Chill finally turned around like, what? They heard the name Unknown and DJ Slip. I guess Unknown, they told him who gonna produce it. And he said, how you know that? I said, dude, I was down there when Unknown had the demo tape.
Right.
So now after I get the best of the car, they still didn't believe me, right? So so we walk from there around the parking lot, we go across the street, they lock the doors in the We Want Easy video. Now niggas are like, you got 50 niggas saying, now somebody gonna kick his ass. That nigga think he tough. Now mind you, I weighed $142 wet, dude. I was skinny back then. So they locked the door. I go in there. The hardest nigga finally stepped to me. We had a few words. He realized, he said, the nigga ain't scared. I'm like, I was never scared of nobody, right? So the most y'all could do is try to stomp my ass out. But you know what I'm saying? But we came to agree. I said, nah, I said, dude, them guys right there, I'm gonna end up DJing. And he kind of felt it like, that shit real what he's saying. Like, I'm like, dude, just watch. He told me like this. He said, whatever you do the best. Right. I said, you know, everybody all around looking, waiting for you to hit me because they too scared to fucking do it. He said, that's why I kind of stepped you the way I did. That's kind of like eye-to-eye contact, like talk, like, nigga, what do you want up here? Like, why you just up here dressed like that? I'm like, I'm fucking with them, telling them the news about they record deal. Right. So when they got done, they went to shoot the video. The guy was explaining it. And all you heard, one Crip niggas did say something funny. That nigga said, hey, cuz, hey, check this out. Don't point the camera that way because somebody over there gonna break it. He dressed too loud. And I started busting up, so the whole place started laughing. They said, well, at least you got you know, you got the bitches on the side always saying something and shit. Right. You gotta give them that little look like, man, you don't shut up. So I said, man, hey, can y'all open the door so I don't break the camera? And everybody started clapping and shit. So I said, why? I said, fuck it. So the next week, I'm in Sipping Them Studio in Gardena, right on Rosecrans and Van Ness Boulevard. I'm DJ 8 and then walk in. No, Dizzy, the first guy that turned around, the white dude, and Scoop walk in, and their eyes got big. They ran. They said, that nigga wasn't lying. He in there mixing right now. And I'm over there fucking the records up. Them niggas came in, they got the looking. This nigga hard. Like, shit, he better than our DJ. Niggas got the drinking. About 2 hours later, I go outside to smoke a cigarette. That nigga chilled. No, 8 came outside. He was like, hey, man, look, you know we got the deal with Unknown, but check this out, homie. I want you to be Chill's DJ, and we're going to have Ant Capone as our other DJ. We want to be like EPMD, but we want to have 2 DJs. You down? I'm like, okay, so y'all through looking at me that way? You're like, yeah, man, we good, nigga. You bad to the motherfucker. And go back in there and do that shit again. After that, we just locked up like that.
We ain't heard because I ain't heard about Ant Capone.
And Unknown got into it before the first record.
So they just was out the group.
No, but they say he got kicked. He didn't get kicked out the group. What happened was Aunt Daddy at that time was the manager of the group. What happened was, see, this is what karma fucks you up. It's all about business. Aunt Daddy was the acting manager of the group. If you hear A Store, he'll say Aunt Daddy bought him jackets and, you know, took him to photo shoots and shit like that, spending his own money on that. So Aunt Daddy and Unknown was trying to get the group a deal through the same people, which was Orpheus Record, Chuck Faster.
Right.
Yeah.
Unknown sliced the budget for the album down. They was trying to get the album budget for like $200,000 or something like that and get long contracts with them, right?
Right.
They had got Orpheus had got their money from Capital, I believe. Capital EMI gave him a lot, like millions of dollars and shit for them groups. Unknown took the album for like 65,000. I think they negotiated down to like 160, and Unknown just undercut them for 65,000 and signed the group away. And 8 was under 18. So Chill had ended up going to jail, so he couldn't sign to the group. That's how I ended up really becoming a member of the group. I was just gonna be the studio DJ and the show DJ. I kept saying, it's not a balance there. I said, it do sound good. I said, you know, we all go up there. I said, we got to represent the group if we do anything. It's Compton's Most Wanted. No, he ain't from Compton. I don't want to hear what city. We probably just want to be a group. We're going to represent it. He knew the schematic. He understood everything I said. And that's the day we wrote it. So what happened was, at first, as everything came together, me and Ant was the tight ones. Now, Ant was actually banging Santana Block. Right. Remember, 8 of them had changed hoods, so they had to go through the rankings again. Ant was already full-fledged Santana Block. Me and Ant, we talked on the phone. Man, they had the banana phones.
Right. The big boys.
I should get mine programmed for $25 a week.
Yeah.
We talk all the time. When I get out work, we just be talking about all type of hustle. We just talked all the time because he was a hustler. We giving each other games. So what happened was Unknown was recording the first single on the album called This Is Compton with the backside Give It Up and I Give Up Nothing. We recording that shit. We recording the first album, and Unknown, we got in the studio. I was doing the DJ, and me and Unknown got into an argument over Ant. He said, Ant, have you made up your mind about kicking Ant up out the group? I said, how the fuck you gonna kick Ant out of the group? He said, what has he done?
Right.
I said, I'm supposed to do all the shit, and we supposed to do a show, which you know what I'm saying, with this. I said, but right now he's doing man. He said, well, he ain't the manager no more. I'm the manager. So I did the scratch and I go downstairs in my truck. I called him on the phone like, this nigga talking reckless about you, nigga. Where you live? I gave the nigga the address. And she know I opened it. So I told her Unknown I'm leaving. I waited for Ant to come. I go downstairs. I open the gate up for the boy. Ant, blue rag in his pocket, blue chucks, white painted pants on, white t-shirt. Go that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Albino motherfucker, bang down, shit, the long ass hair. And just walked in and just stared at Unknown. He said, nigga, whatever you saying about me, say it to my face. So I'm outside hiding, right? Like I done left.
Yeah. You know,
I act like I left like maybe 30 minutes before.
That's some shit Buddy would do. Start some shit and leave. But we ain't gonna go.
I just stayed in the cut. So I act like I left 30 minutes before. So A didn't know what was going on. And I said, Ant, after you do argue with Unknown, say I'm gonna page Mike T. I said, take out your phone. He act like he paid. So he did like this, go back downstairs. So I waited. He said, Mike T coming up here. We gonna clear this shit up. So I went up there, said, Unknown, so you ain't gonna say what you said in front of me to this motherfucker face right here over this business. Unknown turned into a little bitch, right?
Yeah.
Ant was like, so Ant didn't know. Ant looking like, nigga, like Ant looking like you two like that. And Ant kind of figured it out like, these two niggas just plotted on this motherfucker. So I said, let me holler at you, Ant. I take him outside. I said, check it out, dude. I said, you look at A-Face. I said, you know what's going on now. I said, dude, if you hurt Unknown, he ain't never gonna get an album. He ain't never gonna get a record deal. So just leave it alone. He said, if I leave it alone, take care of the motherfucker. He said, promise me. He said, I don't give a fuck where I'm from. Promise me you ain't gonna let nothing happen to the nigga. He said, you know, that's why he said, that's what I'm doing is trying to be a manager, make sure. He said, you know, A a little timid, right? He said, not really timid, but he really don't, he know what's going on, but A was a little dude at first. You know what I'm saying? So his experience is more like trying to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? Aunt Pops is to get him all the game. Me, I done been to college to figure all that shit out already. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, I said, okay, that's how we gonna do it. So me and Unknown, we get together, we get cool, and we do the album. Chill dumbass, he did Duck Sick and he went to jail.
Yeah,
he did like 3 songs, and that night he had a G-Ride and nigga go to jail.
Damn.
Unknown get him out. Huh?
Remember that shit? You can get the Duck Sick?
Yeah. Chill went to jail on every fucking album, dude.
What you mean? So every time he put out an album, every time CMW put out an album, he went to jail?
Listen, on every album he raps lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser. So the first album he rapped on about 3 or 4, about 5 songs, right? Right. The second album he only rapped on Growing Up in the Hood. Damn. After we do the movie soundtrack, he goes back to jail. Right. On the third album, he just was a no-show.
Was he out of jail though, or what? Huh? Was he locked up or what?
He was locked up. The crazy, see, that's how I ended up getting getting on the contract with Epic, because when Orpheus, the guy from Orpheus, they found out that he was doing bullshit with the album. No, he tried to sell the album 2 or 3 times. So they found out because the dude had Arabian Prince. Remember Arabian Prince went solo? Right. He had him on his label, then he had CMW, and he had a couple of other groups, right? So he had a deal with EMI Capital, and then he got changed that. He got a deal with Epic. And then the Epic gave him like $1.some million to develop us and the other groups that he had. Then they called and asked for more money. And Epic said, what the fuck? You know, back in them days, the record labels was like mafia and the government mixed together. Right. A lot of people don't know that shit. That's why people got to watch what they do with this internet shit. Now, they don't care. They going to give you something, you run. If you trip and you get arrested, they're going to arrest you. I got arrested the first day of promo tour. I got arrested.
Damn.
Long discussion about that. So what happened was, what was I with this? Oh, they asked for more money, so Epic had audited them, and they just finally at the end of the conversation they had signed CMW. They didn't sign me at the time. They signed 8 and Chill to a 6-album deal for the total thing. They only had 1 album out, no 2 albums out. Oh, one. Somehow, no, they had 2 albums out, so they had 4 more albums to go. By the time we went to do the 3rd album, Chill Lock. No, the second album, this one right here. This is the Growing Up in the Hood one right here. That's why me and Eight on the cover of that one. Chill and went to jail, and we had to sign to Epic because Epic had told them they dismantled and told them y'all done. Don't come back, you know what I'm saying, and this, that, and the other.
They cut y'all money and everything. They cut your budget.
We wasn't in charge. That's how everything fell apart. See, I'm glad I was a DJ. I wasn't a writer. So they had to pay me right then and there.
Right.
Eight Unknown had pocketed Eight's money. That's when everything fell apart. But I caught everything. So I was the one, like when Ant said, take care of him. I ended up having to, somehow I got lucky and just kept walking through shit. Turn around, tell him, dude, you got to do this. You got to do that. Eight, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know if he finished the 12th grade. I can't say it. I wasn't into people like that.
Right.
So he was business like that. Huh?
So because you was a DJ, you got paid up front.
Paid up front, I got 40% of all show money.
And because they was rappers, they had to finish out their contract.
Exactly. So the contract with Orpheus went null and void. They had to sign a new contract with Epic on this album before we did the movie soundtrack for Boys in the Hood. When it came down to signing to put the Boys in the Hood shit out, Chill back here. I told you he did Growing Up in the Hood. That was for the movie soundtrack. The nigga goes to jail.
He gone back.
So Unknown, I wasn't gonna sign. Huh?
Even though he was in jail, he got his residuals off of it?
He didn't write it. See, Eight wrote all the first three. Eight wrote everything. Everything that came out, Eight wrote it all. When you see, nobody knew about, all we knew about was upfront money. I knew about the getting paid money. That's why I didn't want to sign, because I wasn't a songwriter yet. So, but I ended up signing to where face, imagery, you know what I'm saying, all that's still worth something on the sales of the record. So that's what I get out of there. But as far as being a writer, I'm just a DJ. Whatever I make, like whatever the budget is, they're gonna tell you we got to do 12 songs. Mike T, you only gonna get $300 a song. Give me my fucking money when I'm done. We did shows. Me and Eight had a thing to where we had our lawyer was our manager, so we didn't have to pay lawyer fees. The lawyers used to charge $300 to $400 an hour. He would only take 20% of whatever our total money was. So if we did a show for $20,000, he would take $2,000, which would basically cover all the work he did to make the show line up anyway. Your agency would take 10, and me and Eight left with $17,000, right? I get 40, he gets 60. Of that split. You see what I'm saying? So you get half the money goes to a bank account, and then you get the other half cash in your pocket. That's why you see a lot of rappers, now they got $1 million shows with that same style of doing business. They got to get cash. That's why you see them with all that cash all the time. Right. But think, if you do a 60-city tour and you getting, say, $100,000 a show, you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you gonna have them bricks. That's why you be having them bricks.
We was the high shows we did back then was probably 25,000.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But that was still good for our time. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't hang out long, because what happened was from this album here to the next album is when I caught Unknown trying to squander Eight's publishing money. He took Eight publishing and sold it and did not fulfill it. He didn't want to have Eight with a lot of money in his pockets. Eight was still young. Eight wasn't stable. You know, he gave everything he did for Eight, he gave him hand-me-downs like a big brother. He gave Eight a cheap Jeep, a Suzuki cheap Jeep.
Not to cut you off, but this is a nigga that we talking about?
DJ Unknown. The Unknown was single-handedly. He got Ice-T started. Well, not started, but he gave Ice-T the single for the biggest song that kicked him off with 6 in the morning. That was on Unknown's label. Unknown produced the song. He got King T started with Payback, and if you ever in Compton, you better bring a gun. Now he got CMW. I told Unknown that night, dude, if you give Eight, because what it was, he was renting out Lonzo's studio from the Wrecking Crew. I said, I said, what you doing? I know this. I'm doing my taxes on he had a computer, right? I'm like, oh, this motherfucker. Oh, okay, I know. I break shit down to him like, look, I be riding around. That's it. I said, that's the way we are in the streets right now. I broke down my history to him. He said, I didn't know that shit. I said, dude, I got high scoring tests all in high school, this, that, and the other. I said, but I'm gonna say, this is my realness, but that's my realness too. I said, so what you do with the taste? I said, you need any help with your tax? He said, just read the receipts off. And I enter in the computer. So I'm reading receipts off. I see something to say studio security. I'm like, nigga, we ain't never had no, like looking around this room like, nigga, ain't been no, what security guard with a nigga? We been all security, shows, everything. Nigga, what you talking about? That nigga said, my dog, Brent. I said,
he say his dog.
So you bring the dog and you charge this motherfucker for sitting there. Now, the dog was trained. He was a trained dog. Motherfucker was a killer. But you gonna write this dog in the budget? I'm like, nigga, what money you trying to scoundrel? He told me the truth. Eight's money on this.
And the dog
So
can't
he
spin
just
it.
straight. But wait, he just straight told you that he's sending. He trying
Unknown
to
had a
send
little
H money?
fear in me, man. Because one day this is what happened with Unknown. He pulled up in the hood looking for me, and went down in front of big Fat Rat house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And my brother knew who he was. He had this convertible Mercedes, and niggas when he pulled up, they didn't know who he was. Everybody drew down on him. And my brother ran and jumped on the nigga hood and said, "What that Center Park like, blood?" And after that nigga said, "Dude, how many niggas be over?" He said, "All I seen was a gang of black and red coming at me." He said, "I almost peed in my pants." He said, "Because I went to your mama's house," and she said, "Oh, he be around the corner somewhere." my mom, she got like, huh?
He went around the corner looking for you.
Went around the corner looking for you. See, Mom's got them jokes. Mom's gonna see you in the middle of hell, like, "Oh, you want to find Mike? Go over there and see what he doing."
Right.
Yeah.
Mom's kind of with the business, but Mom's on her own tip. Like, if you go find it.
Oh shit. No.
Mike the froze again.
Hey, one thing I can tell you about Mike T, man, motherfucker lived in the hood.
Back. Now he free. You froze first, a rat to me, now him.
Oh,
hey,
damn.
one thing I tell you about Mike T
That's
and his
just
mom.
the internet, period. That's probably social media and everything.
Right.
He said he lived in the hood since 74, right?
Yeah.
I done been to Mike T house numerous times, but I ain't never been inside.
Miles only let certain people inside. You know who should
like and let inside? You didn't go back that far, man.
Nigga, I've been living over there since motherfucker 76.
I've been in the house when he first started scratching.
Yeah.
I've been in there.
You know who she should let in the house?
Who?
Big B-Dog. She loved Big B-Dog.
Yeah.
She loved Kazari.
Yeah.
Maybe it was light-skinned niggas or something. I don't know.
Maybe so. I went in there, nigga.
Yeah, she would let something Chinaman. She'd let Chinaman come up in there. We would make tapes.
Let me tell you the nigga Mike T, man. I don't know what the fuck we was doing. We was going to Darby Park for something. And then this when you had the pickup truck. And I'm like, Mike T, I'm rolling with you. He like, all right. So I'm thinking, like, he like, all right, right. I'm thinking, okay, we cool. So he say, get in the back. I'm like, what? This when I think you had the Mazda, right? The Mazda. The Mazda pickup. He say, all right. And I'm thinking, okay, the nigga, I'm finna jump in the mud. This nigga told me get in the back. I'm riding in the back with the motherfucking speakers and DJ equipment and shit. This nigga put me in the bed of the truck.
Got you stuffed in the truck.
Speed bumps and dips and shit, and I'm in the goddamn bed of the goddamn truck. I thought we was fucking cool. You remember Mike T? We went to Darby Park, remember?
That's the day. All the Darby Park picnics.
No, but look, I was telling Big Rat about it. That's the day we went to Darby Park, and it was a Center Park against the Families football game. Remember, Big E Mac knocked out Bokey, and we had.
But I had equipment in the truck that day. I remember that day though. Yeah.
Remember that shit?
I thought E Mac had just socked Bokey because he was drunk. And you came over, Buddy was the one that he was like, nah, that nigga tripping. I'm looking at Buddy like, God damn. And you scored a touchdown, didn't you?
Yeah. And he knocked him out. We had to put him in the back of the truck, man, and take that nigga home. I was like, God damn.
Pushed it like this. He was just laid out like this. And niggas kept walking by laughing at him and shit. Niggas talking about, let's pee on him.
I was like, God damn, man.
That's cold.
Hey, that nigga, he wasn't never right after that, man. He left after that. That nigga did like MC EITH did Ducky Hood. He got on by his business.
So like I said, we went through Unknown. So what happened was I told Unknown, get a man his money. I said, I guarantee you, if you be right starting from today, you have everything you want to be. I said, dude, Unknown, you don't know how powerful you are. I said, dude, you think what Ice-T is, and think how far in longevity King T's career has gone.
Right.
Unknown, at the end, Unknown fell off. Unknown, we had a group called Death Row. He ended up selling that name. That's how Death Row got here. A lot of stuff came off of us. We had a super group called Def, DEFROW. Okay. And what happened was Dre them didn't have a name for the label. So Unknown was going to try to take the super group we had, me, the DJ, one of my rappers named Quicksand, 8. We had these female rappers, like 6 or 7 people, make a big powerhouse group. And it was going to be called Death Row. But when they made Death Row, Unknown also signed, he got money for it to make it a name and all that. He got a contract to work with Death Row. And Dre told him, you cannot do the Death Row group. So we had to dismantle the group. That's the first time he had sold us out. And that's
So
why I
they-
started looking at him funny. But I wasn't
So-
mad because that was actually his idea. So we couldn't really get mad. I thought it was his idea. I think somebody else had invented that idea.
So there you have
Hey,
it.
so-
DJ Unknown started Death Row. He didn't start it, but he came up with the name.
He came up with the name.
With the name Death Row Records.
He got Dre gave him some money for it. Dre put him on a salary. Now, if you understand, even Lonzo, I was just watching his podcast before I hopped on this one. He even said that Suge had touched him up because me and Suge was buddies too.
So when you talking about Lonzo, is you talking about the Lonzo that Dre used to work for?
Yeah, Wrecking Crew Lonzo. Now that dude right there, Lonzo just couldn't keep up with the times on certain things. But Lonzo, that's why I learned. I learned the most about the recording industry from Unknown before all the situation went down. Because Unknown taught me how to. If you're gonna deal with a like say, Buddy, you my rapper, just deal with Buddy. Don't be dealing with Buddy and do a group here and do a group here. Spend your time developing a group.
Right.
Because you too spread it out.
That's what he taught me. He taught me a lot of things about keeping it all in one lane. You see what I'm saying? I always look, so when you tell me certain things, I'm very smart, very intelligent. Certain things stick with me.
Right.
Lonzo taught me how this motherfucker will defeat you. Working for Lonzo was the one that he get mad, he called me, he just tell me, and I don't think he understand what he's telling me. He's trying to be polite, but trying to vent at the same time. He ended up explaining the business to me. And I told him, I said, I don't ever want no parts of this fucking business. Even I was making records at the time.
Right.
I don't want to be an executive and have all the shit fall on my head to where it can't get back to the artist. You see what I'm saying? You're looking for money. See what it is back then. If you made a record, set a CD, the label to give you money to do it. You want to get your money off the top, which they all scoundrel. They all snatch off the top.
Everybody scoundrel.
Then you have to wait for the return of the sales coming from all over the world, and they may not give you the money. Some of these people don't pay the fucking. You know what I'm saying? They don't pay the label.
Right.
They'll sell your shit and keep the money. Like nigga, bring your ass to fucking Invisible Ohio and get this money. You know what I'm saying? That's how they are, dude.
Look, I'm surprised a lot of people ain't get smoked doing some shit like that though. Playing with people's money like that. You know what I mean?
You know what? They probably did, and we don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? Because see what happened when the CD came in. Okay, it may have costed $2 to make a record on vinyl. Then you have to pay maybe a quarter after you get the the middle part that you read from.
Right.
You make after the whole total package, everything may cost maybe $250 to make that whole album. Right. You could only sell it up to maybe $6. With a CD, it only costs $1 to $1.25 to make the whole CD, and you can sell it up to $10.
Right.
Right.
So the flip over money when CDs was out, that's when everybody made the most money.
Right.
Now this internet shit, they only make money off the commercials. They you go on the YouTube video, you got to skip this ad.
Right.
That's when the artists get paid or the video people get paid for the. It's like TV for the commercials pay for the program on the TV. Besides all the other shit that the networks do for. You get if you had like say this channel like say this on a YouTube channel and we don't play no extra music in the background, you got 2,000 subscribers, you got so many minutes of people watching your stuff, you get paid on those ads. We
trying to work towards that, the real Inglewood moments, man. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment.
You got exactly it all counts.
Page,
so
man.
if they hit like, that makes your video jump in front of videos with less likes.
Right.
All the subscribes, the more people that subscribe helps your channel become bigger.
Right.
To where once you get 2,000 people and you get so many hours of people watching your stuff, then you start getting paid. If you go live, then you can put the super chat and people pay you live. But you gotta have the content.
Right. You gotta have the
content. I said, I build these podcast studios and I started doing it. A lot of people actually followed my lead and became successful in podcasting. My thing was I couldn't dedicate myself to going. Even though I know everybody, I just did not I didn't want to make my day like always planning to do this shit where I can just get in my car, go to it. I don't know where I live at is lakes this way, is lakes that way, and the ocean's down there. I got a fishing license, I got poles, I got bait from Walmart, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how, because I'm getting older, I did so much young, so fast. Like I said, you see, I'm 13, 14 trying to move all this shit. By the time I got to 25, I was finally able to go like this. What the fuck just happened? You know what I'm saying? I had to really figure out what went wrong.
That's right.
Yeah. And the hardest part, it wasn't CMW. CMW was the easy part.
Right.
The clubs was the hardest part. See, people that never knew that part, the clubs. See, remember, I worked at King Hospital.
Right.
So that's my daytime.
Right.
Afterwards, I go drink a 40-ounce, kick it with the homies, blah, blah, blah. Or if not, going to baby mama house, whatever I'm doing. By 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I got to be in the club, and I got to be in there till 3:30 in the morning sometime, then turn right back around and be clocking in at work at 6:30. I was doing this shit for years. And nobody, but I'm young. I kept saying, I'm young, I can do it. I'm young, I can do it. I'm young, I can do it. My hardest part wasn't DJ in the clubs. It was the Crips in the club. These niggas on the street selling crack. Think about it. It's 90, 91, 92. Biggest dope dealer years going out. They selling dope. They making $5,000 an hour. They come to the club. They kingpin Crip.
Right.
I'm an Inglewood nigga. I don't hear none of the shit you talking about. Right. All I know is, nigga, I'm by myself. Only thing that kept me cool was that the J's and the 20s pretty much had my back, the closest hoods to that function stuff. Right. So they always had an ear to make sure if something happened, we going to get y'all. Right. Because I remember I was doing all the big picnics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we had an incident to where some Crips stole some records out of Harold was carrying a record crate, and they niggas stole the records. And I said, Harold, you better go get them records back. And that nigga Harold said, them niggas cussed me, Mike T. So I get mad. Then I load my shotgun up. I cocked it. I said, nigga, hold it. I said, nigga, where my records at? They said, what records? Cuz I said, y'all gonna remember y'all said that shit to me. I go back to get the gun and go shoot these niggas. The Black Pistos walk up with the P hats on, with the red rags in their pocket, white t-shirts, everything, red flag. They smiling on like, Mike T, nigga, what's up? We finally caught you, nigga. We always come up here looking for you. People, I said, you know what? People have been telling me. So we started talking. I forgot these niggas that stole my record like 15 minutes. I said, oh man. He said, why dude got the gun over there? I said, oh, that's my homeboy. I said, these niggas stole my records. They said, oh, we gonna get them back. Man, they went up there. There was like 4. They whipped about 8 niggas' asses, dude. Oh, these niggas turned into, oh, here your records go. Man, they knocked them niggas the fuck out. It was Jericho juice all over the place. I'm just sitting there like I didn't have to throw a punch. Nigga, I just started rolling like, y'all.
Hey, Red, I remember one time, Red, I was dating this chick named Keisha from Park Village, right? Mm-hmm. And her parents throw her a house party. There's no lie. I don't even know if Mike T remembers. They throw her a house party. And I hear the music bumping, bump, 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 bump. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I go, and the garage was actually dark. But that's where the DJ was set up. Uh-huh. And I go, and like I'm the only B-dog in this, all these Crips dudes from Park Village. And I go in the garage and I look, and it was the nigga Mike T. I'm like, what's happening, Mike T? I felt so safe. I was like, yes.
That's the overall. Like,
that nigga was like, sit over there in the corner. That nigga sit in the corner, and I was sitting in the corner in the dark, like, yeah, nigga, yeah. Wow. I was like, yeah, you don't remember that shit, Mike T?
Man, you blanked out, dude. I didn't hear what you said when you walked in.
So I went to the party. It was the Park Village. They was all Park Village. And I could just hear the music, right? But the garage was dark. But I could see the DJ. He was set up in the garage. And I walked back there, and it was you. You was sitting in the garage. The DJ, he was like, nigga, just sit over here in the corner. I was like, damn, I just felt so fucking safe and shit. Like, damn.
I wasn't never scared of them niggas. I'm going to tell you, don't get me wrong. Them niggas was hard to the motherfucker. But my thing was, I had a low, like, if you put it this way, if it's all Crip party, cuz all day, just don't point at me.
Yeah.
You point at me, now we got a problem.
Just pay me my money afterwards.
At the end, hey, y'all had to, but see, they had like, you had different tiers of DJ. I was up towards the top. But see, the thing was, a lot of people didn't know, a lot of those good, hell of a battle DJs couldn't DJ a party.
Right.
Ask Battle Cat. I set Battle Cat up to be a club DJ. They let him go. All they knew how to do was scratch and cut. It's a certain setup you have to do to you a puppet master.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you outside playing me, huh?
You got to feel the crowd.
Exactly. So you got to know when you got to bring them to a height, let them slow down, and build it back up. And you got to extend the party. Yeah, I was able to do all that shit. So a lot of times I had to do it by myself. I had passed up all the top tier DJs, even General Lee. I passed all those DJs up. But the only thing that kept me back was my attitude. But I had to finally pull all the people aside and say, look, this is why I wear corduroy house shoes in your club. This is why I do this. I broke every law of a DJ to be up in the motherfucking dude. I walk in that motherfucking nigga, my khakis creased up, nigga, my, you know what I'm saying, sagging, nigga, house shoes on, nigga, hat to the back, just didn't give a fuck about pistol right here.
Yeah,
I done did shit like that. I done left the club and had to bust on niggas and go back and DJ, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I'm talking. It got to the point where I got so frustrated. One day I was so mad, setting up the next week event in my head before I got there. I was walking the gyms. Remember Mexican cartoon from the hood?
Oh yeah. I remember.
Him and Bink was serving across Crenshaw, and he kept hitting me up. I'm like, I didn't feel like talking, so I got the 40 ounce and walked back. He had the key. Said, "Dude, stop. Why you didn't hit me up back?" I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck about nothing right now. He was like, "What's on your mind?" I said, "You really want to hear this shit?" I started telling. He said, "Hold on. Come on, let's go across the street, talk to Bink." I said, he'll understand what the fuck up, because Bink was out there before me in the streets.
Right.
Bink was out there fighting everybody. Bink, I'm telling you, Bink was a mud. That's how he turned that knockout on. He just kept on fighting.
Yeah.
So I hollered at Bink, and being there, he said, "Just sit there." He said, "You gonna figure out what to do." I said, "You saying shit I say to people all the time. I always tell people, just have a seat and think about it. You'll figure out what you're gonna say. If not, then I'll get in and help you out."
Right.
He told me to sit down. I said, "All right, I know what I'm gonna do." He said, "Mike, if it get too rough, come get me." I said, "You know what? I always had a thing of not bringing nobody into my fights."
Right.
So, Harold be there, but Harold be leery than a motherfucker. Harold be like, "Nigga, we going to jail tonight." Even my brother had a couple of times. He looking like, "Nigga, you crazy." Like, fuck him, dude. I wake up the next day, go to work. Shit, fuck it. I always thought one day I was gonna wake up and the police gonna be at my mama door. Like, is he here?
So I'm looking at the album on front of your shirt. What album was the album? I think y'all was sitting in the 6'4", and it took the picture from the top.
That's us. That's music to drive by. That's the one when we got rid of Unknown and 8 became the company, and that's when I decided to say, let me go sit down somewhere, because once 8 got control, 8 was trying to make up for loss, but it's like it wasn't nothing he could do with my contracts. My contract, I had a independent artist contract with Epic. That means I was signed to label, but I didn't put it this way. If I said I didn't want to go, I didn't have to go. If they said 8 be here, he better have his ass there.
Oh, okay. So
what happened was I remember how the contract that I signed, and I started pulling out a lot of shit. And they be calling me. Epic never fuck with me. Bam and Chill and 8 be coming. You go. Come on, Mike T, man. You easy keeps. I always kept, a certain mental balance for everybody. But we all did what we wanted to do.
Right.
But I always kept, basically the calm was between them. All they did was argue and fight.
Yeah.
And see, 8 would he would do kind of like weird shit to them, man. It's like he would never pay them for the shows that we got. Now, think we getting 20,000, half the money, or say we got 17,000, half that 17,000 go to the bank, we get the other half cash. He wouldn't get them niggas $20. I always had to go in my pocket and pay him.
So
he pay y'all?
Was he trying to catch up from what Unknown was doing to him?
Yeah, Unknown had stole all that nigga shit. But he wasn't. See, the thing was, they didn't have a contract with him. He was just letting them go. So yeah, 8 was like, look, that's when remember they had the airfare wars. All the prices was like sky fucking high, $800 round trip from here to Texas and shit. He was doing the tickets for everybody. He was getting the rooms for everybody. He's like, nigga, that's all y'all getting out of me.
Right.
Like, well, Mike T got his own contract. Y'all can ask him. But the thing was with me, I kept kind of getting upset and he would never pay Slip. Mm-hmm. And that kind of hit me like, nigga, that nigga made the beats. Even if Unknown did a beat, Slip cleaned it up. He put the hip hop edge on it. It's like, so he was like, you know how Dre is? That's how Slip mine. It works in a whole different wonder. Mm-hmm. Pay this nigga $100. But Slip making money, that ain't the fucking point. I always told him, pay your. The only one that kept going, see, I guess it's kind of good for Chill, kept going to jail, so he had to get screwed by him. My contract just said I don't have to go, but he gave me my money. Right. Whenever I called, I said to the doctor, I said, look, now you in charge of everything. I'm only going to go every 3 or 4 months when I need a vacation from the hood. Right. I called it, come on, whatever you want. That's how he was with me. Whatever you want, come on. Let's go. Now I go back, but I'm to the home, to everybody in the hood. They got the envy going on in the hood. Mike T ain't doing shit but getting drunk. You don't know where the fuck I've been. You know what the fuck I'm doing. Stop looking at me, motherfucker. I've been here since white folks been in this motherfucker, okay? Now you niggas is here supposed to pay attention to y'all too? I wasn't paying attention to them or y'all. Come on, my nigga.
Hey, Mike T, man. You went to Center Park, right, for sure?
Nope, my brother went. I went to a Christian school in L.A.
Oh, you went to a Christian school?
God damn it. That takes some of your damn street cred right there. You fucking went down.
Say his points.
That's
went
why I
down,
wasn't
huh?
no damn
You
dummy.
lost some points.
You was on 10, nigga. You
I don't
on
care.
7.
I'll lose their points than being hey, they didn't teach enough in Center Park to me.
Hey, how you wind up getting over there though? And Bat
Because we
wind up,
stayed on
Bat wind up.
83rd and Western. The school was on Gage and Normandy. They had just opened up, so my parents decided to send me to a private school. We had just moved to Inglewood when I started going there. Well, I was going there maybe a year before I moved to Inglewood. So my parents, all they did was they had a daycare there. They didn't. What it was, they didn't want me coming home the way I thought and be alone by myself for all them hours. My mother said the house would be burnt down and it'd be this, that. The police would be here. We leave them in there. Cause see, when they gone, I take their guns in the backyard, shoot them and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit I wasn't supposed to be doing. Mike Banks, we was both doing the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
We was just bad, man.
That's crazy.
One thing I went into was breaking in houses.
Hey, have you ever been in a situation to where somebody pulled a gun on you, or have you ever been shot?
Yeah, I've been shot. Gun on me. I got shot at every week in them clubs.
Yeah.
I told you, dude, I had to leave the club, the turntables one time, and go downstairs and have a shootout. I came back and DJ.
So the situation where you got shot, was it music involved or was it some other thing?
That was the IVCs.
Oh, okay.
I got shot in retaliation of mental cell getting shot by the other side lowrider club. Marcel got shot in front of the Watergate hood.
I remember him.
I was DJing that day he got shot. I was DJing. So I was at Slip House on Casimir by that church, whatever that church is over there in the middle of Watergate hood. I go to the car. I knew what kind of car Marcel had because he pointed a gun at me one day. Then some shit happened after that. That's one of they didn't like me over there after that.
Yeah.
So I seen him dead in the car. What happened was he was going east on Imperial. The other side was coming west. They was making a right on Crenshaw.
Mm-hmm.
He threw up IVC. So when the light turned green for him to go this way, they said the last two cars that blocked traffic, the last one came around and shot that nigga in the head and kept on going.
Damn.
Broad daylight. So my other homeboy was coming. He was going north on Crenshaw. He seen the whole thing. So he told me, well, I knew he had got shot, but I didn't know why. What happened was right after the funeral, I go to Jen's. No, I didn't go to Jen's. No, I did go to Jen's. I went to Jen's and bought 2 snappers. And I went in the fish market, got some fish with a dude I used to live with. And he came by. He upset. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell him, look, you don't know how to be this type of person. I had just moved over there in a family hood over there on Arborvitae and 4th Ave. Mm-hmm. He go over there. So we go to the fish market and a dude from IBC, he walk up in the motherfucker. He actually wasn't going to shoot me. Mm-hmm. He looked at my homeboy. He told me that he nodded his head. He said, leave. I'm shooting. He grabbed his gun and said, I'm shooting him. But me being a loyal ass nigga, I'm trying to get this nigga up, hustle him up out of there. So I'm talking to dude, but I'm talking to dude. The dude just took the gun out. He looked, he like, nigga, I told you to run. He just shot dude in the chest. And I took off. He shot me in the arm and in the back twice, lower back twice. Then I just ran the Firestone. But I thought he killed my homeboy. Mm-hmm. So that's what we was doing Inglewood Finest. So I'm over there. So that Muggs and KP and all them niggas had to get me back together. But I was able to get rid of my shit bag in 5.5 months. I went on that straight vegan little diet and cleaned my body, do all that. Or I had a herbalist and all that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you get those type of people and you start talking to them, it kind of change your outlook on life. They like trying to tell them, I'm not gonna change who I am because I already started who I am. I said, how do I become a better person? Clearing my mind to think more consciously about what I'm doing instead of not thinking about the results. They like, well, what have you done? I said, you don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? Right. Hey, I had to do what I had to do, but I never initiated none of the shit I had to do. Right. But throwing your chest out, looking at the world like, shit happened to you. And alpha male shit is real.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And people don't know how to control their hormones. Mental, hormones go to the mind, and but a lot of people had a lot of respect for just standing my ground, not being a bitch ass nigga like that. Mm-hmm. Like I said, only people, anything you ever heard about after me getting shot and all that shit, that's bitch niggas making excuses why my shit ain't supposed to work. Because think about it, if I got shot in the middle of making Inglewood Finest, who's around me at that time? Muggs, KP, and Roscoe, all them niggas was taking care of me at that time. They paying my rent and everything. So anything that came outside it, these niggas don't know. Right. The families never said nothing because I'm hanging with them over there too. Right. There's niggas that don't know me that wants to make shit up. Well, you was like this. How am I like this? I ain't even around you niggas. I'm over here on 4th Ave, fucking with the homies, producing all these groups from out of Harvard Park, fucking with niggas from Compton. My nigga at Will. I'm doing Brian and Carl and them shit. I'm doing Kench. I'm fucking with everybody. Now I got my ways.
Right.
I'm one of them extreme Pisces. You know what I'm saying? I got my way of how to deal with, but that keeps the only reason I do that is because it keeps the creativity part of me. You think it's crazy, but when it come out, it's like, if I explain it to you after it come out, then it's But the whole time you trying to break me down and look like it's more to a story, I already know who was trying to say that shit. And I let them say it because I know what happened to them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A little penitentiary touching and shit like that. I know who trying to stop it. Hey, I gotta be real about it. Yeah, but if I'm hanging with these niggas, they not saying it. Wait, that's it. Where's the 2 cent coming into that?
Right.
Oh, he hang at Gins. I always hung at Gins.
Right.
That's why I met Dump Truck at from there. That's why I met Peanut at from the hood. That's why I met everybody from everybody. You go through by Gins, you go meet. You know, I got shot up there. I hung out up there. The people at the Gins already knew. After when the kids get out of school, they about to fight. I walk up there, buy a cigar or whatnot. Mike, can you take that and control that? Right. All right. You know what I'm saying? I talk to them a little bit. I tell them a little, then they all like me now. Oh, for real? You know this person? Yeah. You know this person? Yeah. Right. Everybody from like, say 1996 to 98, everybody from all type of hood would always catch me at Gins and ask me all the stories that, you know, stuff that everybody wanted to ask me. You always kept it to myself. That's what we always passed through at Gins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
So you know what I'm saying? Some things are for a fucking reason. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, I had my ups and my downs, but like I said, I know who was trying to start the shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's on you, because you trying to cover up your dirt by trying to point somebody else down and just saying, look. Like I said, I ain't the hardest. I always say to myself, I ain't the hardest nigga from the hood, but I'm gonna handle this fight. But if I can't handle it, I always had niggas from the Athens, families, especially the homies already was the first pocket. Then I can go to the M's and get somebody if I had to get extra niggas to go and just say, fuck it, I ain't DJing no more. These niggas always up here. This is what's going down.
Right. And
God had to intervene on me one night, dude.
And just to let y'all know, you know, the audience that don't know, Gins is a liquor store that used to be located on 110th and Crenshaw on the corner.
Yeah. You know. Now it's a smoke shop, I think.
Hey, I'm gonna have Buddy. I got 2 stories real quick. I got 1,001 stories though. One night I decided I was DJing. All right, I DJed at this club called Paradise 24. Thursday nights it was a small club, the original club in the back called the Circus. And on Monday nights, which was hip hop night, they took this ice factory and made it to the big club. If you watch Austin Powers Gold Member, when he come in with the skates on and shit, that's the front club. I used to DJ in there, right? So I'm DJing, I'm DJing the back club, and they used to always get on me about wearing the corduroy house shoes. So sometimes I'll tell them I'm dressing up next week. So y'all, okay, I'm dressing up. So I bought these gray silk pants, gray silk shirt. I bought these alligator skin little crazy ass shoe with rabbit fur on. I'm dressed all nice and shit. And after the club, they have a hot dog cart on there on Santa Monica Boulevard, right?
Crazy shoe with rabbit fur.
It was the black alligator skin that had rabbit fur in the middle, but it looked like penny loafers.
Okay.
It was weird. They was dope though.
Okay.
He said, okay. Look at Buddy's face. Anyway, after the club, I'm waiting on my money. I said the club in at 2. Sometimes you have to wait to 3:30. If it's a big night, you have to really wait for them to count all the money up, right? So I go out to this hot dog cart. I'm dressed up, right? This other dude, he walking out right behind me. He dressed up, but there's 2 Crips out there, right? Got on a blue khaki sweatshirt, blue rags, they fight, but they wasn't tripping. They was trying to look for some girls. So they just standing there. I walk by, I go to hot dog cart. I'm like, hey man, you guys got this, that, and the other. He like, all I got is this. I'm like, give me one of them. I'm loaded. I'm gonna drink my gin and juice and shit. Dude walk out, he see them, right? Oh, what's up, cuz? Yeah, nigga, where would they looking at him like, nigga, you from the hood, but you ain't like that from the hood, right? You know, he get amped up seeing them.
Right.
Yeah.
So they like, man, where the girls at? Oh, they back there. Well, let's go get the girls. He don't know no girls, right? So they kind of looked at him like, just walked away from the nigga like, nigga, you ain't shit. I'm just standing there eating my little hot dog and shit. That nigga said, what's up, cuz? I looked at what I had on. I said, this nigga lucky as fuck tonight. So I eat the shit. I get in the car, I go home. But this is Monday, right? My mind say, this nigga gonna be up here Thursday. Every time I got drunk, it's like a weird spirit will like try to control. Like my instincts would go like extra high. I'm sitting in my truck. I got my gin and my Super Sacco. And the club over with, right? I'm all happy. Yeah, I'm going to get paid. I'm going to work. Then it's Saturday and I got to go do this. that nigga just popped in my house. I said, this nigga up here somewhere. I can feel it. Man, it's like 2,000 people at this place, right? I get out my truck. I grab this pistol. I walk right on Santa Monica Boulevard. My homeboy Cash looked at my eyes. He said, this nigga on one. Everybody said, Mike T, who you mad at? I said, he'll be up here in a second. Dude, I swear to God, lo and behold, this nigga come walking up the street.
Oh, shit.
I just played it low like, what's up, dude? You remember me? Like,
What's
nah.
up, man?
I said, you remember me now, motherfucker? I was about to blow this. I told him to take off. So I told him, I said, on the count of 3, I want you to run. I was going to have target practice right out there on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Did you even get paid yet?
Nah.
You was about to fuck up your cash?
I didn't give a fuck about that cash, man. I had a job. Man, you know what happened, dude? This is the craziest thing, man, about the higher power, dude. This lady walked by, dropped right down on her knees and started praying for this man. And for something in my mind said, fuck this motherfucker. Something said, nigga, you better listen.
That's cold.
I said, dude, that lady just saved your life. It's like God said, do you believe in me or believe in what the fuck you doing? I was like, both. Basically, but you got my attention right now. You know what I'm saying? You won that discussion. Write that one down in the history books.
You better go home and get some rest and go work at the hospital in the morning.
Exactly. Like, nigga, take your ass to work. Nigga, that ain't the worst. Dude, everything happened at that club, dude. That shit was stressful. Dude, one night I'm waiting on my money. All right, the parking lot was like this, like a long, skinny parking lot to the club. And elite cars, whoever had elite cars, like a special pass, could park right in front of the club. So I had my truck there, I got it washed up, armor, all this shit, you know what I'm saying? Tinted windows, had my beat in there, and I parked right across from this Mercedes, right? This dude, he balling. I don't know who this nigga was. He get into a fight with this female. They fist fight in the car. The bitch was whipping the nigga ass. He one of them pretty boy motherfuckers, right? But he had money. You can tell he's smart. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he's doing, he's making his money. She get out the car. She walk away. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck? I'm looking like this. He don't belong up here. Like, what's going on? But I didn't question it, right? I look down. I look at this nigga over there pointing a gun at me like this. Like, what this nigga? This nigga tripping. And I'm drunk too. You about to get it, my nigga. I reach up under my seat. I had that. Remember that gun I had? Buddy, that tech. I get that motherfucker. Click, click, clack, clack. So I'm looking at. So what happened was while I put it together, I'm trying to make sure that he ain't seeing me do it. Put the clip in the gun. I took a cassette out and go like this. So he go in his glove. He mad. He still got the gun like this. He mad. He go in his glove. But he grabs something. He go like this. And he put it back. I said, something wrong with this dude. So I grabbed her. I put the whole cassette box up there. He put something on top of his thing. So I got the gun cut. And I kind of clicked I reached up on that, cut the kill switch on the lawn so it wouldn't go out when I opened the door. Clicked that motherfucker open. And I grabbed something else like that. I went down to make sure he go down because he followed my whole lead, right? Mm-hmm. I go down, I come out, put something up. So as soon as he went down, all you seen was the door open up, and I just ran across the thing. And as soon as he walked up, all he seen was that pistol in his face. But what I didn't see was LAPD was behind me. All I heard was click, 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 click. Mike T put the gun down. I'm like, this motherfucker, I saw mad at him. I'm like, I need to kill your ass right now. He looking like, dude. I said, but I'm quitting. I was like, why did you do that? He said, I thought you were talking to my girl. I said, nah, I'm waiting to get paid. What the fuck you doing up here anyway? He said, and I don't know.
Time LAPD watching you?
Huh?
The whole time LAPD watching you?
Nah, they just got paid. They was about to come out and pay me. So when they opened the door, all they see was me fly by.
Cold-blooded.
And so all I seen was the badge come out and the guns on me. I said, shit, I ain't going to work tomorrow. Fuck it. I'm going to jail for this goddamn gun.
No doubt.
I'll be out in a while, though. It ain't going to stop me. They said, I had the gun on me. They said, put the gun down. Put it on my side. They said, now walk in front of me and walk to your truck. Open the truck up and put the gun in the truck. He let me put the gun in the truck. He said, what the fuck just happened, Mike T? I said, I'm waiting to get paid. Like, y'all, this dude over here got into a fight with his girl. I look up. He got the gun pointing out his window at me. So he said, I heard you. Well, I kept turning the music up, too. They said that's what caught their attention. We kept turning the music up on each other. So I put a cassette, put a song, I turn it up, and he go and get something, put a cassette, turn this music up. That's why I set him up to do what I did. He said, we seen all that shit going on. They said, all we seen was a big black dart come fly by with the... He said, they said the stories that man, they said, is that gun illegal? I said, nah, I lie like a mother. It's in my name. I said, but it's in court right now about the length of the clip. He said, yeah, we heard something about that. He said, I need to take your ass to jail right now. But you know what? You work here, I work here, I'm letting you go. I said, man, thank you. So I got to go to work in the morning. Huh?
So they was off duty.
They was off duty. I said, I got to go to work in the morning. He said, where? I said, King Hospital. He said, so every time you leave all the clubs we work at, you leave and go to work. I said, Monday through Friday. I said, how the hell you do that? I don't know.
Nigga got bags under his eyes right now because of it.
Dude, I got sick after that for a year. I was sick, dude. I had to move back to mom's house when I left over there in familyhood. I moved back to mom's house and I had to actually go and read all these health books, and man, that shit it got me. I almost died. I don't know, but I didn't know how you supposed to eat to live.
Right. I'm
just drinking 40 ounces and gin and just that shit caught up to me with lack of sleep. My body almost shut down on me, dude. I thought I was gonna drop dead.
Yeah, buddy. It'll do it.
Because when you was over there, ain't that when you came out the album, the Inglewood Finest album? You and Louis
when I stayed in family, the one Roscoe, KP, and Muggs put out,
I remember that. I think I came over there like once or twice. Y'all had like the studio in the back in the garage.
Yeah. I had Rat and Dink and Sket Dog back there rapping. Remember that shit?
Right. You still got that tape? Hey, you still got that tape?
So we was back there rapping. You practicing for about what, a month or so?
Yeah.
Had y'all practicing making beats and shit?
We was about to start some shit. Hey, ain't gonna lie. We was about to go after EAZY. We was trying to go after EAZY.
Exactly. We was all working together.
Right.
That's why I said people. That's the time when people say, "Oh, people, man, how the fuck is all that?" You was there too, Rat. Shit.
Right.
Everybody got something to say when they don't know.
Right.
So just, like most, I tell people, just ask me.
Mm-hmm.
I think D-Nut made a tape back there too.
Yeah, I think so. He did.
Right. Yep.
All you had to do back. Remember, I should be bored. I told him I'd be bored to the motherfucker over here.
Oh yeah.
We even made a tape over Harold's house when he lived in the bottom.
Yeah, Harold, the Redskins. That was his group. The Redskins. Yeah.
Oh, his house. I think that's when he had the. I want to say he had the gray Mustang.
Yep. I always fucked around. Dude, I tell you, I got stories. You talking about some story. They may not be, like I said, all my shit in the hood. I didn't have no problems really in the hood that much. Not really.
Right.
Getting shot at the liquor store is the only thing major that happened. But like I said, all my shit was outside the fucking, it was more shit than that though. It was like, man, it was like weekly shit that it was getting to the point to where my mind was getting cluttered. I'm going to work, not sleeping, but I was always ready for it. I'd be a step ahead of them, but it'd be like, damn, like why? The one that I finally had to tell them niggas, I had to punk the whole club, dude. And I told them that I pulled all the Crips that was in that mall, all the West Side niggas, I pulled a gun on all them niggas. I said, if y'all niggas tell y'all nigga whole hood is bitches, guess what they did? They told. I couldn't believe they told. So I'm DJing one night, my nigga.
They told.
Nigga, I'm DJ. I swear this on God in heaven, dude. I'm DJing one night, and the police came and said, DJ Mike T, put your hands behind your back. I'm like, I ain't did shit in a while. I'm like, they ain't got nothing on me. They said, dude, we're just looking for guns. We heard you keep a gun with you. I said, that bitch niggas told. Dude, my gun was in my record crate. I don't know if the police saw it or not, but when he picked the rate, he did something with his gun that slid all the way up under the records.
Damn.
And he looked again. I was like, he didn't find out, man. My heart was like, I wasn't pounding. I'm like, if I go to jail, I'm going to jail. But I'm like, man, that night I was like, good gosh. They almost got me.
By the time you got out, nigga, all your DJ equipment would have been gone.
Nah, I read it. All I did, I had records, man. So I went to a place called a record pool. It's like a mailbox. So all the latest stuff go to this mailbox. Every week you got to pick it up. You pay $125 a month, and that's it. My dog trying to get up in here, but yeah, that's all. So that's how I was always able to keep the top record. Like today now, like remember, Buddy, you was having a picnic. You wanted me to DJ. That's the reason why I don't DJ like that today. I do like stuff like I can record at home and send it to their studio. I don't do stuff like that because music comes in all directions. You may have a SoundCloud dude that's popping, and I don't know nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? The record pool is cool, but music is everywhere now. It could be a YouTube song. You know what I'm saying? You don't know where to be. I already knew it was going to be like this. I already kind of hunched in my head. Plus, I filled out paperwork with Epic Records that gave me they embedded me inside the computer system. I don't really use it like that, but I'm in there if I want to get up and do some hell of a shit. You know what I'm saying? But me, I don't like the. You see how they running them up. They're not even respecting the art. They're not respecting the hustle of it. All they want is the perks, not Percocet. They want the actual. You know what I'm saying? They.
That's see the hip hop police are hold to his ass. Soon as he said Percocet, the hip hop police.
That's the overall.
Freeze, motherfucker.
These niggas, man, it's like if they can really see, like if I can really say, I tell these cats, like, keep doing what y'all doing. Right. Talk about them. See, entertain your crowd. But this is a world that we done went from fighting to see who's the smartest or who's the best in the United States, and now they don't even understand they fighting for the world. Right. These other countries are mocking what they do, making more money than because they ain't fighting the way they fighting up in here.
Exactly.
Now I can understand drill music that's the only one I look at. I look at drill music. I look at what they doing down there in Florida. Right. The rest of y'all got a whole lot of better leadership to be a better artist than what you been. You can't take everything with you. Like I said, about 95, 96, recording industry, I slowed that shit down because I knew it was going to change. I didn't know where it was going to change, so I just knew it was going to change, but I knew I had enough information there if I wanted to do a surprise. But I've been featured on I've done a lot of songs since everybody been on Facebook and shit like that. But it's only online shit. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff that it ain't like through record labels and stuff like that. But even the record labels that gave me, one time they hit me an email and said, we watching what you doing. Keep doing what you doing. Cool. That's all I wanted to hear. Like, you know, everything it works. Right. But I ain't trying to be out there because it's the next, you know, I have my 15 minutes of fame.
Right. Let them do their thing.
I'm watching what you guys do.
Right.
Now check this out though, Mike T, because like we on our time limit. We're doing for Real Inglewood Moments, we're doing a backpack giveaway. It's gonna be September 18th. You are more than welcome to come out and play some music while we out there giving the backpacks out. It'd be greatly appreciated. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do a little plug right here. You know what I mean?
Right. So what you having in Vegas or Arizona, my nigga? Because it ain't over here.
We doing it in the turf. We doing it on Manchester and Crenshaw. It's an Inglewood moment. You know, Inglewood coming together to give back to the kids. So we doing backpack, hand sanitizer, paper, pencils, masks, everything.
I'm glad.
Cool. So if you want to come out and play some live music, you know what I mean?
You got to get a permit for that, man. That's all it is. I'm not trying to get no permit for that.
You know, our permit is we doing good. And God is gonna bless us with that. That's our permit. I done did 8 weeks of homeless without a permit. I promise you, dog. And as long as God know that I'm doing good for whatever community that I'm in, whether it be Arizona, Vegas, or LA, God has blessed me to just go out there and do it.
You know what? I got some brand new equipment that I only use one time. I might go out there and do that for you.
Hey man, you do that. I might even bless you with that $100 that MC EITH didn't give you.
$100? You talking $400 or $500, nigga? What the heck you talking about?
Well, you better bring the old equipment.
No, just give me a backpack. I'll do it.
I'll give you 2 backpacks, brother.
I only want one. No, you give me 2 backpacks with 2 sanitizers in there, and I'll do it for you. I come down.
How many kids you got?
My daughter grown.
That's his school. Huh?
None. My daughter grown.
I know you got some nieces and nephews. We'll make sure they be taken care of.
They damn near grown too. I got some great cousins.
Bring them. We
I don't know where they gonna be at.
We're gonna be out there doing it big, man. We got a couple sponsors.
No doubt.
Cool.
We got one dude said he might have Channel 5 News out there. We got another dude say he might have what is it? KJ or something out there. KTLA, is that what it is?
Channel 5.
Yeah, he said he might have a record station out there, and man, we just out there doing it for the community, man. So you're welcome to come, whether you don't DJ. If you just want to come out there and donate some time to help us give out backpacks, man, it's all.
No, I'm gonna come do it just because for the simple fact I ain't use my equipment, man. So I need to this stuff I just use on scratch up some little stuff for A to chill and them, send it to him, email, whatnot.
Yeah.
I actually produced a rapper. I ain't never met him before.
What's his name?
So that's how. So that's how the game is working now. You just put some shit together and email it.
He send you something, you send everything back. And they mad on that end. You got to do certain things. So if they can't do it, you got to do it beforehand, but you got to send them just the raw package back. And then they add their flair to it, and they give you a chance to add your flair to it. And everything's digital now. So it's like you can beat somebody, but you really can't beat. As long as you do the paperwork on the back end, you get your money.
You get your money, yeah.
Man, they just send it back to you, and you just mix it down and make it right.
Yeah, so a lot of times I do a lot of their mixes for them. I'll let they guy, I do my mix, and I let them do their mix too, and then we'll put it together.
Oh, that's
But I ain't met none of the people he know.
That's crazy, because I be hearing them people like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna send you a track down there to Miami, and you put your verse on it, and they ain't even go to Miami.
Exactly. Okay. That's how everything is now, and it's automated. All you need is an email now.
That's crazy.
It's automated, so yeah.
I've been in the studio. I got a 2-bedroom apartment, 2 bath, and my second bathroom is just straight studio. I be in there flowing.
This nigga go. You recording on what? One of the karaoke
real
machines?
Inglewood moments, man. You know what I'm saying? Where we bring you the real live and uncut.
Hey, he recording on one of them karaoke machines, huh?
Hey, he probably got the walls padded and everything up in there.
Man, y'all.
Next time we do it, I'm gonna tell y'all a story where I had all the Crips come and sweat these Hispanics these white boys that was acting like they was Hispanic. No, they act like Crips one night.
Yeah, the white boys
I had
acting
the
like
Crips go off on them motherfuckers. The police even laughed at me. They said, "Dude, you crazy."
You said the white boys was acting like Crips?
They said, "What's up, cuz?" And I caught them in traffic and snatched the keys out their car. And I was in front of the club, and I told all the Crips, I said, anybody that gangbang, tell these motherfuckers why they shouldn't act like they a Crip, and I'll let y'all in the club for free. Man, niggas reached over there and slapped them upside the head and all. Niggas, I looked at the line, had like 50 people. Only people that claimed blood was these females. I said, tell me what hood you from and go up in there.
And you had to let them all in there for free.
But man, it was too many people. It was so many people. Everybody couldn't get in the club, and the club hold like 1,500 people.
Hey, look, it was a lesson learned. Goddamn it, somebody.
Man, dude. Only reason I let him go that night, didn't let him get jumped. The driver was scared. Dude, I swear to God, the motherfucker was sitting there shaking like this. He thought it was the end of the world, dude. They had made me so mad about him. They was blue-eyed white boys with heads shaved lower than mine. Talking about, what's up, cuz? I said, dude, too many people done died on both sides of the fence. Is y'all skinheads? What fucked them up was when they got in the traffic, and I just walked over to the driver's side, and I just reached there, snatched the keys out, cut the car, and put it on top of the hood and said, "Get out and fight." The whole club said, "What's going on, Mike T?" I said, "They just cussed me down the street." I said, "What they look like to you?" I said, "Some skinheads, don't they?" They said, "All you see was niggas cracking their knuckles. Y'all skinheads? Y'all skinheads? Y'all skinheads?"
Motherfucking police. That's what it was.
Nah, the police was in front of the club. The police showed me his badge. It said, "Keep going."
Motherfucking police.
And the police officer said, "I tripped how you made everybody." He said, "Where you from?" I said, "I'm from Inglewood." He said, "Everybody was Crips." I said, "Yeah." He said, "How did everybody follow your lead?" I said, "Real recognize real." That's the thing about people. If you understand the boundary lines are already here, surveillance, like I was looking at you with stuff, the surveillance is beyond control now. Face recognition. Only way you gonna be above the law is no more than the fucking police.
Ain't no question.
You can't be like you said. What would make a motherfucker know if it's a ring on every doorstep, everything's going on, there's real satellite going, and make you want to go shoot somebody in front of everybody? You're just a blatant idiot.
Yeah, you go even talk, stupid.
The whole reason of the gang is to be above the law. To be above the law, you have to know the law and more.
Right.
Anything less than that, you just want to be depressed and be in jail. A lot of people have depression problems.
Yeah, that's real.
So they joined, like I said, back out. We were never depressed ass people.
Fuck no.
We did shit because we wanted to fuck. I didn't do as much as y'all back in the day, but I never seen you do. You ain't never had your head down. Right. You walk with a smile on your face no matter what happened. Even if you fought, you're still smiling. You always had jokes, right?
Right.
Buddy been crazy since birth, so I don't even look at Buddy.
Right.
Remember you bagged at me about shooting myself in the leg?
Man.
That nigga said Mike T had nobody at his house. That nigga just shot himself. Now look, we all here. What you want, Mike T? What you want?
That motherfucker needed some company, dog. That's all. He needs some company.
Every time I go to sleep, every once in a while I think about what you said. Start busting the fuck up like, nigga, you silly. That's cool. Like I said, you always had a good, no matter what happened, niggas always had a good attitude.
Oh, yeah, we kept a good attitude.
Niggas had jokes going. It wasn't all about what he doing, what they doing, trying to figure out what's in a nigga pocket. Everybody was out trying to go get it. Now they got to figure out how to get it by looking at other people.
Right.
Like I said, they want to sit in your seat and wear your crown.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's real.
I promise you, from what you said right now, he's stuck right now. But from what he said right now, Rat, is remember I told you the other day, is the homie said, show me how to go get it, and then I'll go get it. And he said, show me like they showed you. I said, didn't nobody show me? I had a thirst for it. I was just a regular maintenance man, but I wanted to make more money. So I went out and got my pool license. I wanted more money. So I went out and got my AC repair license.
No doubt.
I wanted more money. He said, no, but who showed you? Ain't nobody showed me. My thirst for more money, that's what showed me.
There you go.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You know what they call me now? They call me the technical guy. Everybody I fuck with, once I get through fucking with, they go, Mike, the technical guy. He gonna figure out if it to be figured out. I will sit my ass in for weeks and figure that shit out.
Yeah, and that's life. So Big Rat, man, you gotta figure this out, dog.
Y'all ready to get up out of here, huh? Okay. What y'all want to do, man? Y'all want to come back on here, man? Maybe next Tuesday or something. I don't know, man. Seems like we had a good.
Bring me back in a couple of weeks, man. When you gonna do Pup?
Oh, matter of fact, you know what? I can't bring y'all back next Tuesday because I'm gonna be in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You gotta go live from Hawaii.
Yeah, I gotta go live from Hawaii, man. I gotta take real Inglewood moments to Hawaii, man.
Oh, another thing before we go, because I never talked to you about this. You know, I'm still a moderator on the Facebook page, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna start going live a little bit more DJing. You just gotta let me know what music you want me to play.
Man, play what you want to play. Play what you feel.
See, because I like going back, but you know, a lot of people want that modern stuff.
No, I'm an oldies guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm an oldies guy.
I set up a battle though. I set up a battle with you and Hambone though.
Oh.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work. Hambone already know he can't fuck with Mike T on the spin.
It's like
that's a good battle though. It's a good battle. That's
just like
Hambone do got a style though. Hambone always surprise you, so yeah, that'll be good. He always had to trick up his damn sleeve.
Them oldies that Rat like, you know what I mean? That bump and jump, he gonna be mixing that. So if you can't come with that, I don't know if you could get him in the verses. You might be Dipset and he be the Locks.
Hey, I want to throw one more thing in the air though. One more thing. You know, we had a lot of successful people, business-wise, come out the turf.
Oh yeah,
yes,
no doubt.
Muggs, remember Little Mike had the food spot. Dog got the food spot now. A lot. That's what people's minds need to be instead of looking at everybody else. Like you said, you had a third. Man, everything's online, dude. I've never seen it to where you can go and say, man, how to do this, how to fix this. They're gonna show you right on YouTube how to do it. You just got to pick the right person to teach you.
That's it. That's it. That's it, though. That's real
I think next week we should come back and hit on the topic.
We can't come back next week. 2 weeks from now.
Well, when you get back from fasting in Hawaii, we should hit on the topic about your boy Wack 100 in the music industry. Because I think what Wack 100 do, he do stuff to stay relevant in the music industry.
Yeah.
He look at people just so he can stay relevant. But
ain't that the name of the game?
Yeah.
If you trying to, you know what I'm saying? If you trying to do something, you got to stay relevant.
Exactly. Okay, so let's think of 50 Cent. If you ever think of 50 Cent, you know he started shit with somebody to keep controversy going before he come out with his next album. Because he makes himself relevant. He makes himself seen. He makes himself in the limelight. And I think that's one of the things that Wack 100 do. He keep himself seen. He keep himself in the limelight. So when he comes out with something, everybody's like, let's see what he's going to do next. And I think that's what we should talk about on the next topic when we can get Mike T on here, because he's in that industry.
I'm not in that industry. I pulled back. I ain't trying to do none of that shit. Niggas ain't trying to fuck that. But yeah, I understand. You know, yeah, you right. You 100% right. That's exactly what they do. And like I said, they don't went so far as to dissing the dead to be famous.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's that's a whole nother realm of consciousness, man. I'm not gonna even do. We gonna talk about it, man. Let's really get up in there, man.
We'll talk about it. So you know what I'm saying. And closing out with that, man. You know what I'm saying. We gonna holler back at y'all, man. Real Inglewood moments. We out of here. It was good to have DJ Mike T on the show, man. You know what I'm saying? From Compton's Most Wanted, Skratch Gang Records. You know what I'm saying, man? West Coast Skratch Gang Records. You know what I'm saying? And you know, man, we're gonna come back in 2 weeks and try to talk about this Whack 100. You know what I'm saying, homie, and see what he got going on. What y'all want to talk about that? See if we can get something going on with that.
I ain't got nothing against the man. You know what I'm saying?
Me neither. I respect what he's doing. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He's getting his bread. That's all I'm saying. He's getting his bread.
I ain't got nothing to say about him. I don't. I like before he was doing like Buddy said. Now when he did that shit with 6ix9ine, he was trying like to be like an uncle to 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
That's, you know, he was trying to like, dude, you really should have been thinking this way, but you tried to do this shit. You was a stunt man, and the shit failed in front of him. I can't feel sorry for you. You want to jump the Grand Canyon on a skateboard, nigga? Take your ass on.
I agree with. Hey, we ain't gonna even talk about. I ain't gonna even get into it with y'all right now. But you know what I'm saying? We'll come back in 2 more weeks. Y'all check us out, man. We gonna get on this subject, man. You know what I'm saying? And make it happen. Real Inglewood Moments. We out, baby.
All right.
All right.
Leave studio. Push button.